Good evening, everybody. It's another Friday night Winston Cup racing action, live from NASCAR's backyard, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Sorry for the slight delay getting things going here. Restream was being a pain, so unfortunately we can't be live to Facebook directly tonight, but YouTube and Twitch are up. I see we've got people checking in YouTube chat already. I'm your host, Sean Reap, and I got my partner, Milt Minter Jr. up in the booth. Just flew in from Le Mans. How you doing, buddy?
Well, my arms are tired, that's for sure.
Ka-ching!
Ka-ching. Well, you know, I mean, what a great weekend that was for our team, and P2 for 001 car. Not so good for the car I was in, but that's a long story. What the story is tonight is this starting grid.
Check out your pole sitter.
Tom Doucette lasting the stud fest behind him. And, well, yeah, we just seen the speed of the 6 car just, blasting these results out here. And once again, he's back and he's ready for bear. Great
effort in that. I believe that's a Maserati he's out there in. But yeah, he puts the number 6 car on the pole there, beating it. I don't know. I kind of slept through the hair metal phase.
We're gonna have to Google that.
Oh my goodness, yeah, we're getting a concert, folks. Isaac Johnson, your outside pole setter there in the 72 car. I've heard good things about this kid. He's probably going to be fast tonight. I'm echoing a bit on you there, Milty. Rick Johnson coming out again in the 52 car, so... Okay. I know... Did you say Jim Ray was watching?
Either he is or he will be. He's
Jim Ray, if you're watching...
But yeah. He was like the 52...
Jim Ray, okay, there you go. Your 52 is running tonight.
And then we got Ken Soska here texting me. You ever hear the story about how I beat Rick Johnson on fuel? He's going to tell his grandkids that one.
Yeah. Rick Johnson, P3, Jeff Hale, Slim Jim Gately, Pops Margison, Ken Hansen, Ryan Johnson, and T.G. Reese, and Bob Dixon, who were following down pit road there. That rounds out your top 10. We're going to get through... Ken Hill checking in there from the YouTube chat.
Ken, what's up, man?
Working late.
So what's the point situation here real quick before we start? Because, I forget.
Isaac Johnson's got about I think, 18-point lead now over the 9 car of Ken Hansen. Trying to get through this grid quickly because of the late start we got. Billy Yarborough, Den Francisconi making an actual start tonight in that 16 car. We'll be talking more about him as the night goes on, but always good to see Den get the 16 machine out there, starting 12th on the grid. Series sponsor Bill Farmer in the 06 car starts lucky 13th. Ed Finley, fresh off a top 3 at Iowa last night in the trucks, puts the 80 car 14th on the grid. Steve Weber, Jeff Habek, Will Farmer in the Lightning McQueen machine. Ed Feller, I don't know if his fan club's out tonight, but Ed's here, putting the 05 Bojangles chicken machine 18th. 007 Dan Jones almost had a little problem in qualifying. He's usually a little faster at these put the pedal to the floor tracks, but he starts at 19th. He's got his work cut out for him. Rick Bisconer, also usually very strong here at Charlotte. Also, he puts it 20th on the grid. Francis Dittman, last car to put up a qualifying lap, 21st. Series and league promoter Sam Young starting 22nd. Andrew Rainiers from South Africa starts the 127 car 23rd. Diamond Dave Simons in the 02. John the Dog Palmer, he fixed his computer issues. Dog had a lightning strike, messed up a lot of stuff in his house, but he's back with us tonight.
Been texting me that, yep.
Yeah, Brad Otto, the Marine Machine, starts 31st. And then we got the 124 of Rick Castle and the 68 of Chet Barkin rounding out your field, and we are rolling, getting ready to light this candle, Milty.
Same old story, same old song and dance, and that would be Aerosmith. And what that is...
You know what? It's the 80s, so keep them rolling, man. It's the prime era of hair metal.
Same old story, same old song and dance. Man, I'm musical.
But I think that came from the 70s, though. But we'll allow it.
Yeah, 70s definitely. Probably weren't alive then, but
well, for the last 2 years of it, I was.
So what that same old story is don't wreck the car right now.
Yeah, Charlotte.
Cold tires, all this practice stuff. It's been one thing, but now it's go time. Be very careful on these cold tires. Get into a rhythm. Get your heat up in your tires. Find you a spot and get in, and then let the race come to you.
Pace cars off.
Tendencies are wrecks early here, so let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, this car can be a little loose down on the bottom, as John Doucette does not get a particularly good start, and Isaac Johnson's gonna get the whole shot going into turn 1.
Well, we didn't pick anybody, so we didn't pick chunks already.
Okay, I'm taking Rick Johnson.
You dog. I'm taking Isaac Johnson, so...
There you go, Johnson and Johnson. We're either going to get a winner, or we're going to get some baby powder.
Yeah. Actually, it's Johnson and Johnson out there.
True, we got 3 Johnsons out there.
Take it easy early here. You know these guys up front are used to leading. Got clean air on the car. And Isaac Johnson is not going to be... He has just been on rails, we've seen. And he's got probably, for this type of track, the best competition he's going to face up to this point this year. With some of these other studs in here, they're all here tonight. And so let's see what happens. See if he can keep that pace. And here comes the John Doucette back on the inside. I don't think so. Then he gets sideways.
He got sideways, but he held on to it.
Man, mama. Jeff Hale on the inside, and he put this place as the 72.
There you go. John Doucette used that draft push from the 29.
Well, don't listen to me. Save your tires and be cool and chill at the minute here. These guys are getting the going here.
Well, I was trying to say it before we got distracted by other things happening there. This setup, this track, it's very fast. In qualifying, as I was alluding to before, they just hold it to the floor. You go wide open in qualifying. And if you're out front for a couple laps, you can do the same. But the tires will start to wear pretty quick on you. It's still a North Carolina track. It's still bumpy, it's still rough, and you'll heat those tires up and kill them. And once you knock the shiny off at the beginning of the run, you're going to pay for it at the end. So keeping the draft, keeping the tires alive, and keeping the right side on that car. Those are your 3 keys tonight. And then, of course...
I see that sky in the 29, and that's Ken Hill's
here he's coming.
Right there. And Slim Jim wasn't kidding. In the driver's meeting, Doucette off the wall, I think.
He's definitely losing some ground there.
Then we got Barrett McCabe definitely picking Slim Jims. Snap yourself into a Slim Jim.
I'm trying to get a look at the 6 car's right side, and it looks okay.
This is making things really coagulated because now, with all this battling up front, this group has come back. T.G. Reese all over the back of the 9 of Ken Hansen. And John Doucette goes backwards as the other Johnson. I mean, he must be tired of that, you know. He's won some races. You got my son, then you got Rick Johnson, and then there's me, you know.
Hey, he's series admin, sponsor of the Pro Cup. He's won championships himself.
Builds carts, go-karts for his son and himself, and I think he's got it going on.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson can wheel it, and we've even broadcast some of his wins here on Friday nights.
Absolutely. Yarborough staying back, smelling this, and how about Dan Francisconi paralyzed from the neck down. Madera, California native, right up the road from me, about 20 miles. In fact, I probably passed the exit working there, and we got smoked there. Dens decided to race tonight. Physically, this is really tough for him in his situation, obviously. You ever get a chance, Scony.com, see what a remarkable human being this guy is, and he's out there with hand controls, battling against these pro racers and getting it on here.
And there you see the Black Thunderbird of Scony.com on there, number 16. And yeah, as Milty said, he doesn't just use hand controls, he uses the back of his hand, because that's the motion he has available to him. But when he's not sim racing, he paints with brushes in his mouth. Better than, I don't know, most people can do with two hands.
He's been, oh gosh, I can't think of the word.
Commissioned?
Yes, he's done, flags, California flags for the state of California, a bunch of stuff, multi-talented, and the inspiration. Yeah, think about in your life, when things get hard and you realize what a guy like him has gone through, and look at him, and this is his favorite track. He's won here in, I think, trucks or Sportsman Cup.
Yeah, the deciding factor for when tracks he can run is because when you're using keyboard controls, you have to have some degree of driving aid enabled. It's actually forced, and pitting is very difficult when you're using keyboard controls in his situation.
Oh gosh, it's difficult.
Yeah,
with everything.
Yeah, it's difficult normal, and that's what I was going to say. The fourth key to tonight is going to be the green flag pit stops. Warren tires here at Charlotte. That sharp entry off turn 4 onto pit road, the ball buster cone, and pit road speed limit here.
Now he's in a wheelchair. He's not moving. He can barely move his head, and he's watching. He's in a 4-2 wide battle. Oh, and he gets into the side of.
Oh, Doucette's around hard into the wall. And somehow we don't have a caution.
And we don't have a caution. It is still green. All cars are getting going here. Oh, and Bob Dixon almost goes up into James Bond, James Bond. Dan Jones reacted to that beautifully. He saw it coming and gave Bob Dixon the room. You got to see that. Gotta see that. That was great racecraft right there.
Now here's Dan coming around to him, and yep, he gets around, follows McQueen. I see why we stayed green. Nobody actually went around.
I think Dan thought the 43 was challenging underneath, and he was trying to give a lane, and he just came up a little too hard and got in. That's racing there. And
you see here again, Doucette once always catches Bill Farmer, but neither of those cars went around, and that's why there's no yellow. Sometimes this game's funny like that.
So we're looking at, as we're green as the crow flies, looking at about what, lap 34 as your pit stop?
Yeah, 1.5 miler, you're going to be looking at 30 to 34 is your pit window.
The big cactus, Steve Weber, now in front, and Bob Dixon dodging that bullet and getting track position. Now he's trying to take a look at the 83. He can't do it on the kink. Two different sets of corners here. You almost need some road racing skills a little bit. Oh, and bam! Who was that? Will Farmer? No.
Will Farmer looks like he's okay.
Somebody slammed into the wall there. Yellow car, that was Mr. Bojangles. Ed Fowler put a whooping on that turn 4 wall.
I'm taking a look at him. Oh yeah, you can see his right side door is caved in pretty
Mr.
badly.
Bojangles hurts. Well, that's not going to do him any good here, but wants to make it to the first caution or pit stop and get that damage fixed if you can. Take a look at the side of him, just a little scraped up on the 05 there.
Yeah, if you see when he comes around into the corner, you can see that right door is knocked in good.
Head off the wall. In 16th, and he's got Rick Pisconer all over him, and he scraped the wall. He's got Rick Castle behind him, and then the boss, Sam Young, taking a look. We got battles all over the track here. You want to get some of this NASCAR 2003 sim racing. This is what you could be battling with here. Still, all these years, 20-plus car fields, and you're seeing battles all over the track. Too wide. Doucette, I think that scrape on the wall hurt him. I'm sorry.
That wasn't just a scrape.
Simons.
Diamond Dave Simons there.
Yeah, my bad. And he scraped the wall again.
I think Sammy might have got a piece of it too. Meanwhile, we got Isaac looking to make a move on the 29 car into one, and looks like Hale will move on up the track.
So you got Castle looking at this, saying, I need to get to going here. I want to get some track position. And Bill Farmer also kind of looking. When you look back in the pack there, that's P20. P21, just set all the way back there. He's got damage.
Bill Farmer's got heavy damage too. He hit Doucette and went airborne. I thought he was going to do a Mary Lou Retton backflip after he hit him, but he's still going.
Havoc back at 22nd here. Obviously what he's looking at is a finish here, and a good finish, and he's battling with 3 cars there. Havoc and Francis Dittman. And I missed the other car. Back to the front here, Jeff Hale. They're seeing the hailstorm here tonight, and I like his chances here. But we'll see through these runs, these vets. You look at the wins, experience, skills of this group right here, all tied together. Wow. Isaac Johnson all over the back of Jeff Hale.
Now, he'd had that lead briefly, but Jeff Hale just reasserted his dominance there, pulled back to the lead, and we have Dan Jones in the 007 moving to the head of this second pack here. Picks up 11th place off Will Farmer.
Well, I've said this a lot of times, racing a lot against Jeff Hale, noticing the progression of his skills, and he was just one of those guys that, I can remember when I started, but there was only 8 guys in the league, so. And we got a pass for the lead here.
And we got Ken Hansen looking under slam.
Still looking. Hale's going to run that outside.
Ooh, Rick Johnson comes down.
Being a fast gun to being a race manager and champion has just been exponential every year. He just reinvents himself. Isaac Johnson is just putting the pressure. These guys have to have so much trust to work like this. And then Rick Johnson, believe me, he's not off the couch. He hasn't been running here, but he runs in other leagues. He also plays in a badass band, and he's a body and paint specialist craftsman. He's got a busy life, and he runs a lot. And it was really cool he decided to run tonight. And he is dialed in, obviously, and Slim Jim's just sitting there. These guys are all sitting there going, we've been here, done this before. This is so pitching. I'm just so glad to be a part of it. But I want to kick these guys' asses tonight.
Well, we'll hop on board here with the 80 car of Ed Finley, as he's got the tail end of this pack tucked in nicely in the draft, and you can see what he sees back there. Trying to decide what line to go with, which one to help. Oh, we've got front row seat.
T.G. Reese around.
T.G. Reese and Ken Hansen.
80 out.
Oh, and a late. Oh goodness, was that Den Francisconi. I think Sconi piled in there. Oh, and insult to
Car's
injury.
still going
Just as
around.
I cut a.
The boss almost ran in the back of the 80 there, and
Just
they're
as
all
I
trying to figure it out.
Just as I cut away, you could hear Ed Finley hitting the rev limiter. I think he stripped a gear as he was driving away from that wreck.
Well, NASCAR's really blowing it tonight, dear, as far as throwing the flag. And by the time they threw it, caution is out. These drivers, I don't know if they had an idea, but
Well, here's
definitely some chaos here. So now we got green flag stops for the leaders.
well, here's what happened here. We got Ken Hansen behind Slim, just gets a little loose. T.G. Reese nowhere to go. Ed Finley nowhere to go.
Jeff Hale down pit road. Huge. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And yeah, it was then Francisconi who caught Ed down low there.
That's racing, folks. We raced the 24 Hours Le Mans last week, and didn't work out. That's the way it goes, all that preparation, all that time, but you realize that's the way it's going to happen as these leaders come out. And who is that in second place?
T.G. Reese is backwards in his pit stall.
That's Ryan Johnson. Did he take 2 tires, or did he just blow these guys away on pit road?
You can't blow them away that bad. He had to have taken 2, which is a big mistake. 29 laps in.
While you keep, I'll follow him backwards and see what happened with the 9 pit crew here. Ryan Johnson comes in P5.
Yeah, we got him in the inset there. Actually, 2 tires shouldn't have made a difference because they were taking 2 cans of fuel.
He gets 4 tires. 4 tires, and he is cockeyed in the stall as cars are coming around, and he just smokes them out of there, and he's battling with the 23 and beats the 23 to the line. What a heck of a hit sequence that was for the 59 team. Oh my gosh. Slim Jim crew was snapping themselves into a Slim Jim, but they're going to be slapping each other. That was awesome.
The pit stop of the year so far.
Absolutely.
What did he pick up? Like 6-8 spots, something like that?
Wow.
He was losing touch with that lead group before the caution, and now he's in effectively second place. John the Dog Palmer has stayed out to lead a lap. Yeah, what position did he come in there, Milty?
5th, it said on the screen.
Okay, so he picked up some spots from the 3 cars wrecking in front of him, and then more spots on pit road. Still, fantastic stop for 4 tires.
Dog putting the Porsche away, back with the AMC tonight.
No, the Porsche was more suited to Watkins Glen, I'd say.
Absolutely, and
actually, Dog didn't even get to run Watkins last week because of his woes with the lightning strike.
Computer, yeah, and he's probably still trying to. I mean, he put a lot of work in to be able to even get on the track, because we were talking texting just a few days ago, and he was still dead in the water, and then he texted me and said, I just bought a badass computer. Now I got to get all this shit loaded up.
Oh man, yeah, I love a new computer, but I hate getting everything reinstalled.
Wow. Yeah. Um, I'll be calling you if it happens.
Was that the big one, boys, or what?
That was
Dan Jones in the 007.
yeah. Let's
Yes.
hope that was the big one for the night. But there was definitely some hard hits going on there. Dan, looking good there. P5, bouncing back. You lost some position there, I guess, when that non-caution happened in front of you. But caution's got you back where you want to be, right?
Yep, better hitting the brakes and wiping out, right?
Absolutely. You got to keep that right side and that nose clean.
Yeah,
So,
both Will and I escaped that one, and we were hanging out. So
excellent. Well, you're looking like you're
good luck, buddy.
in good shape. Moved from the back to P5. Pace car's off. Good luck, man.
thanks.
Our in-car reporter, Dan Jones.
And Jeff Hale takes him back to green. Billy Yarbrough moved into fourth place in that exchange there.
That's what he do. We were just talking before the race. They're saying he almost won. He's probably got more second place finishes in this league than I do, and I got a lot of them. But what that says is we're fast and he didn't wreck for the win. So
it looks like, I think I figured out some of the mystery here of what happened to help Ryan gain so many spots, as he makes a power move there with teammate Slim Jim Gately to take the lead. Looks like Rick Johnson lost a ton of spots. He took that restart 11th place. So Rick Johnson must have overshot his pit stall during that exchange. I know we saw T.G. Reese backwards on pit road. Jeff Hale is hung out to dry.
At this point, Rick Johnson is like, click. Okay, how many laps, what strategy, where I'm at. He is just not even going to be faced. He's going to say, dang it, and then that's it.
Yeah, all he needs to do is keep contact with this lead draft, and he'll be fine. Isaac Johnson's back there with him. So that's another one who lost some spots in that pit road exchange. In fact, I might go back further and see what happened to those two guys to get them so far back. Meanwhile, in chat, we got Kim Wright checking in. How you doing, Kim? And,
hi, Kim.
Let's see, where's Tower? Tower's running 18th right now. Excuse me, 19th in the 101 machine. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to my second screen here and see what got Rick Johnson and Isaac Johnson so far back in the field.
Jeff Hale decides to fade back a little bit, or he just got beat.
Oh, we got a wreck. Big wreck here. Bob Dixon, Ed Fowler.
Heavy damage for the 43 of Bob Dixon. And the caution is out.
Yeah, I think I found the source here. Sammy's gonna be feeling a little embarrassed on this one.
P.G. Reese all beat the heck.
See, Sam Young in the 98 just catches a little bit of apron, shoots up into 95. That stacked everybody up. They all recovered from that, and then they get into turn 1 and 2 here. Well, I thought that was the incident. That's what I found with Alt 6. Alright, so they get to turn 3 and 4 again, and Looks like Ed Feller. Got a piece of wall. Okay. Oh, Rick Johnson that time pushed up into... Okay, it's the 05. That catches Bob Dixon. Bob Dixon backs in. Like Francis Dittman and the 00, the 101 of Jeff Havoc. Yeah, they come along, they have nowhere to go.
Oh, hard leg for the 43.
Yeah, he backed it in hard.
That's going to leave a stain right there.
Yeah.
Well, that was all me. I just want to shout out to apologize to everybody. I thought he was clear of me, and he absolutely wasn't.
Okay.
Okay, we're still trying to find it.
Yeah, oh,
Ed
I found it,
out
yeah.
of the in-care center.
In-care center.
In-care center. Yeah,
it looked like it was just a chain reaction. It started from the near miss with Sam and Will there, and then the chain reaction got everybody out of their rhythm.
And got us side by side, and then he went underneath me and kind of broke loose a little bit, and I thought I had it caught, and I thought he was clear, and I just came in and clipped him and took me into the wall, and everybody else checked up, and it was just a mess from there. So.
Okay. Yeah, at first glance, I couldn't tell if he came up or you came down.
No, he held his line. It was all me.
Well, how's the chicken mobile after that, or have you retired it?
I'm out.
Oh, man, tough break, man.
You want to hang out with us, Ed?
I'll hang out for a little bit, sure.
All right, man. So, what did it feel like out there? I mean, you were up there and running pretty good. What was your car like?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. A little loose if you had the lift. You had to be really careful with it. Were you very line sensitive? But other than that, it wasn't bad. We had that first run was a pretty good run. We had two pretty good distinct groups, it looked like there, and I was just hanging out in the back. But yeah, it wasn't bad.
Well, here we got it queued up again here. You can see coming in through the dog leg, right next to the 52 going into one. And let's see. Oh, I see it now. Yep, we got just a little loose on that entry.
I'm a few seconds behind you, so I'm going to watch it now.
Yeah, it's about 40 seconds to YouTube, I think, when Restream's up.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really sensitive on that high side. If you go to correct it just a little bit in that line, it breaks you loose. That's one of the issues that I know that all my teammates were talking about was the issue was if you get that high line and a little too much of a correction, it always breaks you back in loose. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it just looked like if you would have went any higher, then you would have been so out of the groove that you would have went up in the marbles. It's just kind of you were crowding him, but at the same time, it's hard to think of another half a car lane there. You'd have been like right into the wall, so it's tough racing accident there.
Yeah, it's hard to pass here too. That's one thing we're also seeing out there, that passing absolutely was not easy. You had to really plan it, a couple laps ahead. So.
Yeah, especially on the colder tires, because if you get down under someone, particularly off of turn 3, and bottom, it just wants to snap loose on you.
You guys know as well as I do, because you said it just a few minutes ago, this is a very rhythm track too. If you get your rhythm broke, then
absolutely,
it takes a minute to get it back. So
let's see, our championship challenger, second place in points, Ken Hansen with that torn up number 9 Coors machine pulls it in for a top off, maybe some more damage fixed there. Get himself to the back of the pack. He's just going to be riding it out for points now because he's got that spoiler bent up real good.
Threw a little bit of Rocky Mountain water in there.
Yeah, it's looking like a Rocky Mountain oyster right now.
Well, it's, as we all know, I mean, competition is so fierce, and every inch, and trying to give room, the split-second decisions you have to make, and the grip level in different areas, it happens so fast, and it's like, I wish I shoulda, coulda, woulda, but
Pace car off, Billy Arbor leads him back to green.
Bill Yarborough.
There you go with Ryan Johnson second, Slim Jim third. Those guys must have pulled some pit strategery there.
We text each other back and forth about sports car racing on YouTube, different links and stuff. Known each other for a long time. He's a big road racing fan and an excellent road racing driver. And pretty much every discipline that Billy Yarborough runs, he's good at. Short tracks, fantastic short track driver. I mean, as good as anybody I've seen, and a watcher, and he didn't start back. I would say he's almost wished he wasn't quite in the lead yet, you know. Well, let's see how he handles this. He more likely to come up later in the race. And I'm behind again because I'm watching the feed this live. I'm not, so.
Yeah. All right, we got Ryan Johnson making a move off turn 2.
We got Ryan Johnson saying, I don't think so, Bill.
Slim Jim goes with him, pushing through.
Oh, here comes the 29 down low.
Yeah, 54 is getting ganged up on. He's got Ryan Johnson's got his teammates in Slim Jim and Jeff Hale and his son Isaac Johnson pushing him right on through.
And I mean, you're out there, man. I mean, you're racing with these guys. This is good.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's the one thing about this place. There's good people here, and you gotta fight like cats and dogs to get any position on Friday nights.
And Isaac Johnson looking to pick up another spot there under Slim Jim, flipping the grab twice there.
Wow,
doing some agricultural racing.
Quickly, if you lose a little bit of momentum, that preferred line down there low, they can drive it in there, and you have to give it up.
Looks like 98 of Sam Young clipped the wall a little bit there off turn 2. Might be just light enough to be no harm, no foul.
Well, they got Slim a little bit now. Woo.
Yeah, Slim's tail happy in that Slim Jim machine.
Hit the wall, he was a Slim Jim away from it.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's
look at watch out, Dan.
Oh, Dan sideways. Are you
Dan
kidding me? Save that.
Dan saved it, and Will Farmer did a great job. He saw that the 007 was in trouble. He backed out of it and just let him gather it up.
It's hard to be on that outside, or even if in that lane after you pass someone or someone's the outside. It just gets scary loose.
And we saw that. Well, actually, we saw Dan more towards the inside there, but had to check up like you were talking about, Ed.
Yeah, he just got in a little higher than I think he wanted to.
And then when you check up, the thing wants to come around. This is a professional setup. It's a fixed setup, but it's not a fixed fast setup. No way. This is a pro setup.
So by fast we mean the not really fast setup that ships with the game. This setup is really fast, though.
I should clarify that. That's like the the basic setup that the game gives you. This is a professionally built
Hale
setup.
is pushing up the hill, barely keeping it off that left rear quarter panel. Isaac Johnson. Ooh, did Isaac just get a little wall slap there?
Wow. Bill Yarborough maybe a little touch on the 29. Now you're seeing guys lead, and then guys get the draft and make them push up and have to give up the spot.
Yeah, because see, that time Bill Yarborough on the 54, he got in too low in the turn 1 and 2. He went way up the hill. Slim Jim looked low, but thought better of it.
This is passing extraordinaire. Oh, and Karin, was that 72 into the wall, or no, T.G. Reese going up high?
Yeah, T.G. Reese, his machine is just torn up from one of those big wrecks earlier.
He's going to have him a pinch between his cheek and gum. Ding!
Slim Jim taking another look there. Looks like he'll complete the pass this time.
Well, you see, huge passing. Look, if you race NASCAR 2003, you know the basic tracks that the game came with and the setups. But with the evolution of it after all these years, and this is one of those best tracks. You see it passing over and over and over.
Here we got a McQueen's eye view here from 95 car Low Farmer.
Kachinga. It's just continuing to add to his resume in this young career.
Yeah, he's pretty special.
They are all over him. You're in the driver's seat right now. You're looking in your mirror on the straightaways. Focus on your lift point. They're not lifting much in these cars. Lifting through the center.
They want
picking the throttle up and going.
Just enough to not bind it up in the center.
That's it. That's barely cracking that throttle. Just a
No
little bit.
brakes. Unless you think
54
you're
looking
gonna run
low.
into somebody. And then you would just ease them on. But otherwise, all engine power. You look at the draft right there. He gets a huge run on Billy Yarborough. On his inside.
Isaac's on the fence. No, is that
We got
Isaac?
a car in the
That's
fence.
Pops.
in front of
Pops
him.
Ferguson on the fence.
Whoa! Oh my God! That's your catbird seat right there, folks. And they're still going, and it's still green.
Yeah, from when
Bill
I was
backed
looking
out
at,
of that.
I was looking over my shoulder at Will there from a distance. Pops looked like Isaac because the light blue looked kind of like green and white.
Now Will's got some room here, and he's got more. As we got lap cars getting lapped again.
And Jeff Hill.
Stay focused here. 68 is your pit window, so you got a ways to go here. Managed stars.
We got Ryan Johnson around on the front stretch.
Johnson around, right in front of Will. And the caution is out. You've seen it from the bird's eye driver view right there.
Are you guys?
That's some intense stuff right there, folks.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Isn't that cool, man?
Well,
that's why we do it, Ed.
I had it on Slim's car, so I watched the whole thing right there.
Well, here we go from camera on Ryan. It looked like Slim was looking low. Ryan was holding his line up high. Gonna have to say it looked like Slim came up more than Ryan came down, and there's that double tap, and 59 just goes around.
That bottom line, it is really difficult to hold it down when you got somebody on that outside. I mean, that's some things. That's why I said, y'all were saying, passing. They're working for every one of those passes. I can promise you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, Kim was asking. She was saying, "I wish I could watch and not just listen." I don't know if.
She's at work right now.
She's at work, so okay. That's why. It's like radio, though. It's like my dad was a big fan of Joe Louis back in the day, and he could never watch him. But
we need to get Jonathan Jones up here in the booth with us. Then he's got the voice for radio.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, us not so much. Oh, we have issue. Several pit issues of guys missing their stalls. As we were talking there, we're gonna have to see how this sorts out. We got damaged cars in different. They qualified better, so they're in closer pit stalls, and guys having to go around and intense sim racing chaos, which that's what we want to see. I don't know if that was Billy Yarborough. I was switching between cars. Sorry, maybe we can find that, but I guess we'll see the lineup. And
we'll see how they come out now.
Yeah, then we'll see. I'm going to step away for a minute and give me a cold Budweiser, sponsored by Budweiser, the king of beers.
It looks like Brad Otto staying out to get his Dave Marcus points there. And then Jeff Hale will maintain the effective lead with Isaac Johnson second. Dan Jones moves himself up to third, just picking him up, putting him down, running a solid run here. He knows the deal. He knows he's got to keep that car under him and be there for the final run, and that's his game plan. And right behind him, Rick Johnson, probably on a similar strategy. You notice he won't force any issues early when he doesn't have to. Billy Yarborough has fallen back quite a few spots. Looks like he's going to be effectively fifth here once Brad Otto pits. Steve Weber, look at that. Big Cactus up the 6th spot, or 7th currently. He's had a quiet night. Looking good inside the top 10. Rick Bisconner, also quiet night, running 8th. Bill Farmer, with that heavy nose damage he's got to have.
Oh, he does. Trust me, he's got it.
Yeah, he was in that early non-caution. He went up in the air when he hit John Doucette, and I couldn't believe... First of all, there's no caution, and second of all, that he was still running after that hit.
Yep, he did say that he was, once they damaged it, he wasn't doing too awful bad right there.
He probably needs to keep it tucked in behind another car. I imagine if he gets out in clean air, it's not going to be pretty for that machine.
That's what he's planned on doing. So.
And Sam Young, they're in their top 10. There you go. Brad Otto will duck off.
What happened to Will Farmer? Where'd he go?
I don't know. He's up here in the booth now, though. What's up, Will?
Oh.
Hey, how are you guys?
Terrible. How are you, William?
Not doing as bad as you, but not doing great. I got caught. I was too far on the outside of my pit box. Brought me back down here to 13th.
Yeah, looks like, yep, you should cycle up to 13th now. Well, you still got the car in good shape, though, right?
Yeah, we're all good on damage.
All right, we're still a little ways away from halfway, so just keep that right side on the car, keep the nose clean, you'll be fine.
I see that this is a pretty long race, huh?
Oh yeah,
yeah, you're not even
Charlotte.
halfway. Yep. Well, and the thing is we're seeing tons of passing up front.
It's crazy up front, man. That was wild. I was to be a part of it. I just didn't have the track position, and as soon as I got it, I messed it up for myself. But well, I'm gonna try to get back up there. I got a couple guys to pass, so.
Well, the main thing is on the restart, not getting that chain where like a second group develops where they lose contact with the first group. Then you see the passing and it's out there for you. You got to go get it, man.
Right, I know, but that chain gets even more likely the farther you are in the pack.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I'm back here in 13th, so I'm going to go down to my team. We're going green right now. So.
All right, bye.
Yep, pace car's off. Good luck, man. All right, we'll see if we can follow Will Farmer on camera 2 here.
Ken Hill said 29 prevails again, and that's no joke. And that guy's no joke either. He's not going to get rattled with that stud behind him, but
it's going to be interesting to see how this happens, especially looks like he's going to try to duck under cold tires.
We got Francis Dittman in the wall on the 00. Chet Barkin moving low for Will Farmer. And yeah, he's going to lose touch with that lead group, but right now the most important thing is to stay off the 68. Oh no!
Battle up front, 29.
Caution is out.
Oh. Will Farmer, we jinxed him. Oh, no, stop it! Oh, we got hit again.
Man, I tell you, racing is a crapshoot. Is.
I saw him trying to get it rolling again. I'm like, no, don't put on the track.
Moving in a split second. Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, I think I'm going to get out of here on that note. I got an early day tomorrow, and
All right, Ed. Thanks for checking in, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah. Yep. You. I know Milt won't because he's scared. But are you going to run the Indy race on Saturday or Sunday?
No, that's going to be birthday celebrations for my twins.
Ah.
Their birthday's actually Monday, but we're going to do some stuff on Sunday.
Wow.
If they behave, yeah, of course. Shannon threw that in there.
Right.
Oh man, I wish I had the time, and I wish I could get my computer fixed to where I could run this game, because you'll have DE issues. But I'm looking over at my Indy 500 trophy. Yeah, I got one of those. So.
Well, I can tell you, I never won the Indy. I've came close, but those big races like that, they're something special. I'm sitting here looking at my Daytona trophy, so those are something special to win, regardless of whether you win anything else.
And
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. Teaspoon
of
gas.
You can win them. Just have to be around at the end and
see there,
the front.
Big old parking lot from that wreck there. Not fairly significant damage to the back end of the 95 car. We jinxed it by saying he just had to keep it in one piece, and looks like Chet Barkin just got loose in front of him there, and he just couldn't keep it off him. Everybody piled in behind.
That's our ultimate power there.
Yeah, we gotta stop doing that to these guys.
Well, I'll see you fellas next week at 10.
All right, Ed.
All right, be good, Ed.
Hey, buddy.
Take care.
All right, now it's my turn to step aside, and I will be right back, Milty.
Ed, just good dude. Definitely top pro racer there. Just one of them bad nights. So here we go. Well, I've tried. Ken was talking about disabling the DEP. I've definitely tried that, and it's still not working. Let's get back to the front here, as Metallica would say. That is the 72 of Isaac Johnson. Jeff Hale, P2, all around it. That guy, that man, mama, there goes that man. 7-time Pro Cup champion. 6, 7, I don't know. I always forget that, but he's won more than anybody else in the history of FSB in the top tier division in this league. He's won a few of these Friday night races too. Right there, 007. Having a martini shaken, not stirred.
You gotta sit back here and be patient. These guys are
and there
anxious,
he is.
aren't they?
Yes, they are a little bit, but it's good, clean racing. My question as a driver would be, or ex-driver. I don't know. I'm still a driver, so a lot of passing here, man. We're seeing draft and guys trying to defend coming out of turn 2 and 4, and then getting smoked down the straightaway. So we're seeing back and forth passing, and guys. So as you're a rider, kind of like me, you like to be around 5th, 4th, 5th, and then pounce at the end. That's your strategy again?
Absolutely. I just want to be there at the end. That's my strategy.
Good pit stops, and then
just be able to run with these guys. These guys are tops in all the leagues here. So
absolutely. not really focusing on any one driver, just focusing on yourself and the track position, basically. Yeah.
Yep, just keeping up with these
They're
guys.
all good.
All right, I'm back. Pace car's in.
Adios.
All right, good luck, man.
Look, man.
All right, we got our leaders on the left side, following Slim Jim, who's back in the pack now on the right side. Green flag in the air.
Well, you get a sense, a little bit of the feeling of what Dan Jones was talking about is like, you can't play with yourself. Well, you can, but I mean, but when you're racing against, point is, you're racing against great drivers like this, you get that feeling of like I'm in the middle of something special here. If I can get a good result, whether it's a win or not, the fact that that's basically what is the way I took he was saying, you know. But
Yeah, these Friday night races are some of the toughest to win that you'll find anywhere in FSB or NASCAR 2003 leagues in general.
No. You see track position change, pit stop change. Now, a new player in this scenario is the big cactus there in the 83, Steve Weber.
I was noticing he quietly moved himself up into sixth spot there.
Former Winston Cup champion, admin.
Yeah, still admin in the chicken run on Tuesday nights.
Fantastic finisher. Championships are about who gets the most points at the end of the year. You can win some races, and you can crash and die some races. But Weber, like when he won his championship, he didn't get a win. He just got great finishes, and he is taking a look at the 07.
Yeah, that season that Webb won the championship, he kept the car
Yarbrough,
alive to the end of the race every time, and he was always there. Just couldn't quite get to victory lane, but got the trophy. And yeah, we're getting a little bit of a breakaway here. Not much, but we got Isaac Johnson, Jeff Hill, and Rick Johnson.
I'm sorry. They'll get back up because the numbers don't like Daytona where you can lose those numbers inside or outside. That pack, as long as it's still behind you, you got 4 or 5 versus 3.
And this right here,
catch back up, and here they come.
Yeah, that pass will definitely help close the gap as well. Bill Yarbrough looking.
Draft. Here comes Bill.
Slim Jim's got a problem, I think. He seems to have lost the draft. I don't know if he just got mired in traffic on that restart or if he's got some damage.
Whoa, that's so close with the 007 and Bill Yarbrough, the real Tree Chevrolet. Great skill there.
Whoa.
Both of those guys. Bill pushes up a little bit, though. Now we got Webb beyond there. Might get a run on him.
Yeah, this is your halfway point lap here as we finish this one up.
Halfway. Jake's broadcaster comes in. Tendencies for this track from this point are more green flag than the first half. That is the tendency of this track. Damaged cars tend to have to park it by this time. Get a lot more, pretty much cream of the crop rises up after the halfway point.
Now, interestingly, from here, nobody can make it on one stop. But Slim might be trying to do that. That might be why he topped off and started this far back. But it's going to be quite a stretch if he pulls it off. We're gonna
He
need.
knows what it takes. He's not. He's got numbers in his mind and with his teammates, and they're talking about it. That's for sure.
And 98 of Sam Young down pit road. Not sure what's going on there.
And Saska in the house. What's up, buddy?
53 gets in the wall, letting traffic go by. Oh, look at.
Oh,
Have you seen the hood on Ken Hansen's car?
The 53, definitely sickly out there.
Yeah, look at Ken Hansen's car from the front end.
Oh, that thing's beat up like he got punched in the nose there.
What does that look like from the inside? Weird enough, you can't see it from the inside.
Wow. That's a bad beer can right there for sure.
Looks like one of your empties, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I crush them, you know. That's more beer money right there. He's racing for a championship, and he needs every point, and he's determined to get every point, and that's how championships are won.
Sam Young self-reporting himself for 2 NCs there. That's why he parked it. Yeah, it happens, but we all got to follow the rules. Yep.
Including the boss.
Especially the boss. Got to set the example, and Sam definitely does that for us. So better luck next time, Sammy. Go get him.
Yep. Get up here in the booth, boss. So we're seeing the cream rise, and the other guy's trying to.
Yeah, really. Jim Ray, you still watching?
Good finishes here.
Is Jim Ray still watching? Because look who's in second place. My pick that I stole from Milty. The 52 car.
Rick Pisciner hanging on with that group. I know that feeling. It's a really good feeling. You know what you need to do, and that's wait for opportunity. And main thing is think about the pit stops that are going to come up and nail those and get yourself somewhere.
Hey, Ken wants you called for a Miltism on cream of the crop rises up. I guess that does make sense because it is kind of mixing idioms there, you know? It's usually the cream rises to the top, and then the cream of the crop is a totally different idiom.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
So I was starting to get to before. We're gonna have one stop for 2 cans, and then I think they're gonna have to do a splash after that, assuming we go green to the finish here. And yes, we do have Sam Young in the booth with us.
We might just go green. I'm going to tell you, what a field, what a race. I can't say enough about the set. I mean, boy, did Slim dial this one in. It's just fantastic. It's just an awesome, awesome race. I was having way too much fun out there. And as you saw, I don't know if you saw it or maybe you didn't, and I caused a kind of an incy. I got into the 95 one time, Will Farmer, and everybody got stacked up. Will saved it. Everybody saved it, but I counted it. And then I just kind of got into the same thing. The same thing kind of happened. I curbed it. You hit that curb down on the bottom, it'll send you.
Oh yeah, it shoots you.
You know. So anyway, guys, thanks.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, boss man. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail, sometimes you just get.
That's weird.
Crap.
Now that the race is over, I'm working on some 9-pound hammer. If you don't know.
We'll see you next week.
Yep, guys, and thanks for doing all you do, and what a fun race, man. We're gonna see who wins. I think it's not. I don't. Everybody might be picking that 72 car. Might be out this time.
Well, we got a seat in the booth here for you.
Well, I took the 52 before Jim Ray could hop in and snag him.
Oh, hang out for a while.
And yeah, Isaac Johnson making the move there, gets back by the 52. Dan Jones still hanging tough there, looks under Rick Johnson, backs it off.
Oh, this is so intense. This is wearing on these guys mentally and physically. Been doing this a while now, and you have to figure out, which I have no idea what number that is, but we're going to have to pit pretty soon here. Like you said, probably going to take it all the way down and then get
there goes
4 tires.
Isaac bouncing back from early. That's right.
That's right, I'm having weird issues with my main computer. It's a good thing it didn't crash OBS, so I could just switch over to camera 2, but... Last time we were here at Charlotte, this started happening too.
Whoa,
wow!
Down the straightaway.
Isaac kind of lost it there.
Isaac, when you're seeing the big passes coming out of turn 4, they try to defend low and then come out and get a little bit loose, and you see the outside cars get a great run out and then be able to chop them off there. Lap after lap. That's a great setup and great track when you can see that kind of passing over and over again. And we got a coagulation of cars right behind them.
Coagulation.
They are all up in this. The young stud there getting forced to the rear with the gear, maybe. I don't know. He's fighting. But here comes 007.
Big push from Billy Arbor on the 54.
You expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to win.
Woo! That was mighty close there. As, I thought Billy Arbor was about to get into him in the dogleg.
That's probably one of the reasons I got so loose and got all nervous as that 54 was coming on me.
You're gonna see these guys are gonna be like, wow.
He was coming up to me fast, and I was like, uh-oh.
These guys are going to be like dreaming about this tonight. They're going to wake up twitching with their arms twitching in bed. The wife's going to be going, what was that? I'm turning left. Let's get some in-car.
Yeah, hold on. I'm chasing down a problem here with the main screen.
Okay, 10-4.
Isaac again. Looking to the inside. Nope, didn't make it.
In car here, I mean, you're just like, you got guys in front of you, you got guys behind you, trying to hit your marks.
I've never done good here, Milty. Tonight was the best I've ever done. I was thrilled.
Yeah, but you know what it means to win a race in this league. And
this track's really fast and really loose sometimes.
Tire wear was excellent.
So they're going to push it all the way down. We got 50 laps to go. Fuel window will be at 34 max.
What do you guys think of the super speedway king here?
Jeff Hale?
Yeah.
Well, I think, he had such a long layoff, back problems,
bought a house.
Doing life. You don't just jump. It'd be like if I just jumped back in here. There's no way that I could win a race here off the couch. We got cars pitting, and it takes a while no matter how good you are, and he's really good, to get back into a swing. Try to compete at this level with these pro drivers. It just, you can't pull it out of a hat. There's no way.
As noted, we got Slim Jim, we got the 59 of Ryan Johnson, 109 of Rick Pisciner, John the Dog Palmer, and the 108.
And we got the leaders down row.
They're trying to make it. Oh, they light them up.
Wow. All down pit road. See that? And they, ladies and gentlemen, man, that ain't easy.
That is probably the hardest thing to do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say the same thing. And then Isaac having to go around the 29, that could hurt him a little bit. A dog coming out already, laps down. He should clear the leaders as they're all getting 4 tires.
Here comes 52 of Rick Johnson.
Three wide! Oh my gosh!
Wow.
How does Jeff Hale get around?
Look at 007 Dan Jones.
Dan Jones
wins the race off of pit road.
Let's hope he didn't speed.
Then you got to maintain that corner and not get up under the track. It's easy to do there.
Exactly.
Oh, and Jeff Hale got a better run off there.
He's going to defend a little bit. Careful.
Well, he's got to get back up the track so he can make the corner, you know?
You got to be careful because he's a going. Like I said in the pre-race, and
is this the last lap? Is this the last lap, guys?
Sure looks like it, doesn't it?
We're pretty excited already. No
Here comes the 52 trying to make the pack. He might make it.
He's not going to hold on. Nope. But he's going to pick up
One more
Webb.
lap for him. We're looking at 94.
Oh, is he trying to make pit road again?
They have to stop again.
Yeah, they definitely have to stop again from here. There's just no way they're making. He pitted all by himself, and then when these groups caught him in packs, they just ate him up.
Draft is not a huge concern here.
But it's enough. It's just enough.
There's Weber out there too. Look at these guys. Weber out there in front.
That pack just crushed it. I mean,
meanwhile, your leader is Chet Barkin.
That stop with all those guys. Chet Barkin, Sacramento, California, playing his guitar, just chilling, and he's in the lead for a little while here.
Oh, now he's on pit road.
Chet Barkin, I call Chet Barkin the Ayatollah of rock and rolla.
Absolutely. That's a big dude too, man. I'm telling you, I'm a pretty big guy, you know. But
nicest guy I ever met.
But he's a sweetheart. Yeah. But when you sit, I saw him sitting in.
We got a yellow flag in the air.
I was like, this poor guy, he can't fit in that thing. I can barely fit.
A lot of cars caught a lap down. Jeff Havoc looks like the lucky doggy.
Wow!
Oh, Hale gets spent. Everybody's got this.
Oh, behind the leader, behind the lap car of Dog. Sorry.
They wrecked coming back to the caution.
This changes everything. Not sure what I just saw there.
No, I think they kind of got behind the dog there, and they were all kind of going for it, and I think that just stacked up.
Yeah, it was like they just needed to wait like another second and then go around them.
Well, first of all, coming off 4 here, we got the 52 and 83. They kind of have a meeting in the dog leg. Right in front of Will Farmer, who expertly avoids it. 59 Ryan Johnson, just a little bit of paint scraping there. So they get going. And then we go back to our leaders coming to the caution.
Jeff Hale was the big loser on that one, unfortunately. He's
Steve
really
Weber,
hurt his car. Hurt his car bad.
Oh, Webb, hard. The big cactus just yucca on the wall there.
Wow, they can make it from here, guys. Well, no, they can't. I'm sorry.
No, I don't think
they
so.
cannot. No, they. I apologize, guys. No, they cannot.
Well, you never say never as we go down pit road.
Yeah, it looks like Dog just caught the apron, which caused the ripple effect there.
It's gonna be about 40 to go, or 39. Nah, they can't make it. Or
And there's Jeff Havoc coming along, lap down. Was in the Lucky Dog spot, as he noted, and caught a piece of spinning Jeff Hale there.
well, Kim, just another feather in his cap, though, of progression as a new sim racer. This time he just got caught up in some stuff, but we're seeing him start to put together solid runs in a pro league, not giving up and not being intimidated by worrying about whether he has to win or not, just getting out there and competing. I have a lot of respect for that, and but it's
meanwhile,
over.
the question becomes now, who has damage, who doesn't? I'm pretty sure the 52. Oh, that might have been his second NC. Yeah, it looks like he may have retired. Oh no, the one I thought was his earlier. Actually, Ed Fowler claimed for himself. Okay.
Well, we got a little confusion here on lining up.
Yeah, whenever the caution comes out during a pit cycle, it's chaos.
And across the line.
And well,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then
the caution was out before they wrecked. Don't forget it was out for Webb. They were racing back to the caution, and then yes, the cars that were taking it wrecked across the line.
Double whammy.
And if anybody was about to hit pit road when that happened, then they were going to get black flagged.
Thanks to a game that doesn't quite understand that yet. Never will.
Yeah, a game that can't make judgment calls, unfortunately.
Not like that, yeah, unfortunately they can't. We are stuck with some things in this game that you just can't change, but that's alright. We learn to live with it. Race what you run what you brung, race what you got.
Look, this game, this is what, the 15th year of 15, 16?
16 years, yep.
Of FSB.
This game is old enough to drive in most states.
I never thought of it. That's nice.
It's a fantastic simulation. The bang for your buck you get. Look, you guys know I run iRacing and this and that, but the bang for your buck.
We have 2,000 free tracks, ladies and gentlemen. 2,000 that are available out there, probably more.
This is you want to get into sim racing and you want to do it proper and learn how to sim race and how to conduct yourself and learn about how to deal with sim racing. You can't get that anywhere else. But,
that's a big part of this, Milton, set up.
Professional league. This is a professional league, and that doesn't mean, if you're new, you can't join. That's exactly what you want, Still get the game on the internet. You can still, and everybody will share and show and teach. We got new drivers tonight. We've had new drivers. We're continuing to get new drivers. We got 20 plus car fields every week, and a 18-year-old, 2003, 60, 70-year-old simulation. It's still badass. Got pit stops. It's got everything.
Meanwhile, let's reset the race here. Billy Yarbrough is going to take the restart as your leader. But in front of him, there are several cars tail end the lead lap. You got Bill Farmer, Chet Barkin, and Will Farmer lined up on the outside row as the pace car ducks off. And then sitting in the catbird seat, you got to think, is that 52 car. He stayed out of the fray. He's kept the car undamaged. Now he's just got to race with one NC on his head and hope he can keep that car in good shape. How is that number 9 car still running? Look
Amazing.
at that
How it's
thing.
not arrow loose like crazy.
It's probably pushing like a dump truck, actually. Oh, we got Slim Jim around. Slim Jim wrecks hard on the front stretch. Back end is gone on that car.
No question.
No, caution is in the air. Caution's out. And 23 car has retired.
If you guys are going to get back around here in front of the leader. All
those
Will
guys who
Farmer,
started tailing Charlie, Chet Barkin, Bill Farmer, Will Farmer, those guys should get their
3
lap
laps
back.
back. No doggies. No lucky dog.
Oh yeah, Bill Farmer. Yeah, Bill Farmer gets himself back to just 1 lap down, and then he will be the lucky dog as well. There you go.
Yeah, Milty was mentioning it before, but this is such a class bunch of guys. I mean, we're all friends. We all get along on the track and off. We are all super competitive. Nobody likes to get past. Nobody.
So now we're getting close to the window, I think, here.
Who'd you bring out, Milt?
We got
What's
Slim
up?
Jim in the house.
What did you do, Slim?
Well, I got that called up right now. We'll take a look as he's coming around the outside
Missed that.
with Rick Castle here.
I think the 31 got up into the wall, and then I was going to move down a little bit, and I didn't realize Rick was right underneath me there. So.
And that's what I'm seeing too. It looks like just a chain reaction there to 31 getting in the wall.
Yep. Yeah. If I would have tried to slow down, I probably would have looped it just trying to, because I was going too fast at that point and too close to him. So I thought I'd move down a little bit, and then I didn't realize he was right there. So dang, just not my night, dude. I got into my teammate to begin with, and then that there. So sometimes it's like that.
Slim, I got to give a big hats off for this set, my man. I mean, this was on the money, outside, inside, anywhere you want to go. At the end of the run, the car was super duper from beginning to end. So you really did a number on this. Thanks.
Thank you much.
The great close racing, passing, the show you guys put on wasn't your night, but great job, bud.
Appreciate it. All right, you guys enjoy. I'm out of here.
All right, Slim. Better luck next time, buddy.
All right, see you.
Good night, Slim.
So we have a clean reset here with your leaders out front all by themselves with Bill Yarbrough, Rick Johnson, Ed Finley. Battered, bruised, but not beaten. P3 in that 80 car.
Did we count Rick Johnson out? Did we say he made a mistake in pit road? He's done? I don't think so.
No.
The consummate professional as a teammate. I remember his calm demeanor and sometimes a little sarcastic. Like, come on, Milt,
And you get this. He's a drummer in a rock band, isn't he? Isn't he a drummer?
He is.
Yeah.
And he's just on some Friday nights. He's going drumming.
By the way, look at that 109 car, the Black Cat Racing entry from Rick Wisconner. That car did not appear to have a scratch on it.
Yeah, talking to Dog this week via text. Very proud of his team, and the Black Cats are out for bear, and he's definitely he just lives, eats, and breathes it, and with the computer down, it was like he lost. He's already paralyzed, but it's like he lost another limb. He's like, I'd
be climbing the walls.
He was, I've been there, and we've all been there when a computer goes down and you lose touch with your reality, which is your friends and your pastime.
He had just become one of our newest admins. He's an admin for our Chicken Run series, co-adminning with
Webb
doing
there,
a great job, and good for him. And it's fun having him on board as an admin. He's good.
Fantastic.
His cat knows the rules. I mean, if you want the rules
Absolutely.
go to dog, he'll tell you what the rule is, where it is,
Exactly.
the .2 number, and all that stuff. He knows
That's
the deal. No, he's
U.S.
great
Air
cat,
Force right
great
there,
cat.
man.
Yes, he is, and he says yes, sir. And I appreciate him so much. He's an awesome dude.
All right, we got cars coming in the top off and make it to that window, like you were saying. Rick Johnson, chief amongst them.
And Bill Yarborough did not come in.
Billy Yarborough did not. That might be a mistake if it goes green to the finish here.
Rick Johnson does not miss a thing. This guy he's got sheets. He's got a notebook of every track and everything he's done, and he takes a evaluation. He's my teammate, so, and this is guarded information, so he might, slap me for this, but this guy
Slim does that too, and you know who else does that? That Isaac Johnson does that too.
Every race,
taking notes.
Takes notes after the race, what he did and what he did before, and the result, and like a professional, because they are professionals.
Yeah, we just don't get paid. But Rick Johnson can make it to the finish without a doubt on fuel from this point, because we're going to restart at lap 108. And he's well within the window.
Absolutely. That is not remiss to the competition. They know, they're looking at the lineup right now. They know, oh no, the 52 went in, so.
Well, meanwhile, if I'm Bill Yarborough, I'm thinking probably not going to beat Rick on pure speed. So he might be banking on more cautions, and with as many beat-up cars as we got out there, that's not actually a long shot as he takes him back to the green one more time. Let me get that second camera on Rick Johnson now back in the field. This should be interesting. And remember, he's got at least one incident, or got to consider himself to have an incident. Obviously, that's not a binding call from the booth here.
Yeah,
but you got to figure if you're Rick Johnson, you got to assume you've got one on your head right now.
But exactly, as a driver, that's what we would do.
Oh, Dan Jones loose up in front of...
Sideways, he's in, the Chad Barkin, and that's it, and Ken Hansen. Oh, dog gets into it. That's a big wreck.
I just realized Rick Johnson's spinning on the front stretch, but he missed all those wrecks. I was watching that from onboard Rick Johnson's car, but realized I hadn't switched the camera over yet.
I was a little forward of that. Wow.
Well,
reset.
Yep, and you got some banged up cars, and that's restarts at this stage, and that's racing. That's what it's all about right now. We're gonna see what happens now. Billy Yarborough's out front now.
Here it is from on board with Rick Johnson. We'll see what he
What's
saw.
Yarborough gonna do?
He's gonna stay out. He's got a cushion behind him.
And he should have enough fuel now.
He should have enough fuel. You can hear him clutching, I'm sure. He goes in. Bill Yarborough goes in, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
Yeah, Rick Johnson went for a slide. Rick Johnson went for a slide, but he did it in the grass, so he should still be able to keep those tires.
Shows you I know nothing.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Well, join the rest of the booth.
I worked for an ambassador. His name is Charlie Gargano, and I worked for him almost 3 years, and it was an awesome deal. And what a great guy, very, very smart guy. And he told me one night, a little bit loaded, but he said, Sam, when I was 30, I thought I knew everything. When I was 40, man, I said, I didn't know shit at 30. I know everything now. He got 50, and he said, you know what? I don't know shit. I never will. And that's all there is to it. Great guy.
Now, see, taking another look here at the incident, Isaac Johnson got loose, went into turn 3 wide, tried to back out of it, and
we're seeing fuel,
that's what got
quick stops, like fuel stops only from some of the guys on pit road.
That's okay, I wasn't talking.
Hey, Mo.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Milton.
Yes, sir.
We don't get. I didn't get wiser when I got older. I just ran out of stupid shit to do.
There you go. I see there. Once the 07 went up and tried to catch it, came down in the Chet Barkin, and it was just on from there. Bob Dixon got the worst of that, I think, and
we
Ryan
PG-13?
Johnson.
We PG-13. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sean.
We skirt.
Sorry,
Hey.
fans, and I forgot we're not.
You're the one that put down the PG-13
Oh,
edict, so
Lord.
if you violate your own rule, that's on you, man.
I guess I'm going to be sent to the doghouse.
Oh,
Woodshed. Who takes me to the woodshed?
I think most people know what shit is.
Oh,
So despite that slide,
when you step in it, you want to know what it is, and you know the 80's going to stay out here. And guess
80's
who's
gonna
right
stay
there
out.
in second place? Huh?
Yeah, after that slide through the grass and
this
not
is fantastic.
getting those tires, 52, Rick Johnson, P2.
29,
just
sticks
keep
with it.
walking over everybody.
Yeah.
I'm a talker.
I'm sorry, I'm talking on you guys. I'm excited though. This is a great race, guys. It's fun.
Why not, man? I mean, that's why we do this, man. Why we show up? We could be in a bar, but heck with that, man.
That's all right, Sammy and Milty. This is why I got the additional microphone that I could control the volume on there, so I could punch it up a little bit and kind of push Milty aside every now and then.
Boy, you need to, I mean,
You guys
That's
are
how
class
it goes.
act. You guys are a class act. What a team and what a great show you guys put on week after week and without any complaint. And you guys just always very positive, enthusiastic, and it's a gift to this league. I can't say enough, and I hope you appreciate the fans out there what these guys do every week. It's amazing, and they set their time aside to do it. So
It's been
thanks.
a lot of fun, and thank you, Sammy.
thank you.
And of course, thanks to Greg Bernardo and Jim Ray and Mark
For
Dillon
setting
Jr. for setting the bar.
They sure did. The ones before you guys and Milty did a lot of broadcasting.
Yeah, Milty was there, teamed up with Greg Bernardo when I showed up to the league.
Milty and Jim Ray got a little gift I heard from FSB Racing when I was out there.
Yeah.
Some road race.
Sure.
And I heard Sean got a little gift too.
I did.
Jeremiah weed.
I have to go order some.
He
of
got
that
some
with
weed,
it.
and I heard that the guys out in the coast got some Budweiser. That is, ladies and gentlemen.
And Jeremiah weed, not the other kind. That's not legal in New Jersey yet.
Jeremiah weed is not. That's a
No,
liquor.
no,
What
weed
is
is not.
that anyway? Sean, what is clue us in? What is Jeremiah?
Well, I
whiskey.
appreciate
Whiskey.
members of
Yeah.
FSB pitching together and throwing some money in for me to defile myself.
Yep. You and Jim Ray both. Actually, we were counting on both of you guys defiling each other.
Oh, we did.
Hey, Shannon was turning a thanks to Sammy. Oh, she's having some of that right now, actually. No?
Nice.
Wild turkey.
Oh, okay, the wild turkey honey. My bad. It looks the same.
Well, bless Shannon's heart for putting up with us. For sure.
Well, she's just next to me playing her own Final Fantasy thing.
Pace car is off.
Pace car
Good.
off. Ed Finley's going to lead him to green.
Banged
It's
up
time to
little-
get fired up here. Who's
Okay,
going to
banged
win
up
this
Trans Am.
race?
That fire chicken is battered, bruised, but not beaten.
Wow, going through this turn right now, he's got to be holding on. That thing's got to be loose.
Oh,
Good job.
my goodness. And Brad Otto. And it looked like he clipped the apron, and I think
Yes, he did.
Jeff Hale's going to have to pit for shorts if they get another caution.
Great opportunity for our lead cars here. They realize they got the several lap cars down here, or cars that are going to be passed.
Ed's letting him
And
go on the
there's
outside.
that man, Rick Johnson, into the lead.
Smart job by Ed. Oh, he gets down in front of
There's
the
the big
29.
wreck behind that. Takes Jeff
I
Hale
knew.
out.
Yeah, he's going to get loose up there. He just got loose, arrow loose, and poor Jeff
That
Hale.
did not bring out the caution. There is no
They
caution.
are still going, and Jeff Hale was plowed into the wall. It's not good.
Yeah, they were
Poor-
down to the
poor
inside,
Jeff
so
and
no
Ed
caution.
Finley. Ed Finley couldn't hold it. It was very, very loose on the outside, and wow.
Rick
Good job, everybody,
Johnson with a big lead now. And a damaged car draft behind him. But this gaggle behind him, this is not over. Plenty of time. Almost a full stint here.
Honestly, I think there's only 2 cars that aren't damaged out there, and that's the 109 and the 52. And see, you're looking at, again, just a hard wreck for the 80 and the 29 car. That's going to end both their nights, I believe.
I'm not sure if that caused another incident before, but
72 is going to be your second place car.
Oh, we got...
When this cycles out.
Someone was loose off turn 2 just there.
Well, we got damaged cars now, and cannot believe the caution. NASCAR is on crack here. I mean, come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have no control over the officials of this race.
Absolutely not. We got some players here that want to get some, and that one of them is Bill Farmer in the 06, quietly.
Been strong all night.
Despite having the nose bashed in on that car.
Look at this. This is the battle here.
Isaac Johnson.
And his son down on the inside. Bill into the wall, and Will takes the spot.
Isaac Johnson, he is among the damaged cars, but he is nipping at the heels of the 52.
The Force of Will dog is in the top 10. He will never give up.
Actually, he might be one of the other guys who hasn't hit something.
But he's been hit.
He's been hit? Okay. I can't keep track. I should have had a scorecard for this stuff, man.
Man, that was just a moment of clarity for me, but most of the time, not so much. This Connor up to 5th now.
Yeah, Bob
and
Dixon.
How about Dave Simons? Quietly, he was like 25th there.
Yeah, following Will Farmer through.
These cars, Dave Simons is getting some, going after it, trying to get a podium here. Will Farmer after damage, and look at the back end of that car. It's beat up. He's at P3.
Yeah, it's bent slightly. He didn't hit it as hard as you possibly could, so that kind of saved.
But I don't know, he's missing stuff, you know. I look at the back of his car. There's some pieces of metal missing. Yeah, I think you need that. Simons is like, okay, now it's time to go. I got to get by.
There he is. He's
Will
making the move.
gets loose. Simons pushes the air. Great job by Dave there. Come on, Dave. Really love to see Dave get a podium here. Run solid.
Yeah, his car might be healthy too.
And he's got some damage.
Does he? Well, like I said, even if I did have a scorecard, I think my pen would be out of ink at this point.
Oh, they all are beat up.
Oh, ganging up on the 72 now.
Fist fight right here.
Yeah, they're ganging up on the 72 now.
And the 52 can't get away.
No, he
Which
can't pull away from
surprises
this.
me.
It does surprise me.
this
72 with damage is able to keep up.
Exactly. Yeah, even though the draft isn't, quite Talladega level here, you can't get away.
I know this guy in the lead. I know him well. He was my teammate, my nemesis. He is playing the field here. He knows exactly what's going on. He'll let him get close. Maybe.
109 looking underneath Will Farmer.
I mean, the way this setup's run, the tendencies we've seen all night is that the draft pack behind can bully the leader no matter what he's got. Now is Rick going to start to defend here? Isaac's going to be aggressive. Dave Simons really wants to win a race here.
Rick Johnson just needs to run a nice smooth line, take care of those tires, because all those other cars behind him with damage, even if they're fast enough to keep up with him now, they're going to be wearing the tires more.
Exactly.
They're that extra tick tight, they're turning that wheel that extra degree.
Yep. That's why he reminds me of you, because he has the same kind of mindset as a driver. As he's driving, he thinks about that stuff, which that's hard for most of us humans, you know. It's go fast and turn left, you know. I mean, oh, Simon's up into the wall.
Not too hard of a hit, but it's going to hurt his momentum.
Exactly.
It gives Will Farmer a
past,
chance
and
to.
here comes Will. What does Will have left in that car? Like you were talking about earlier, Sam, the physics of this game are very good, and the analytics or whatever the game decides what damage is usually very good, but sometimes it's to your advantage. Sometimes you just barely hit something, and
a lot of it depends on what you do to the tires in the first 8-10 laps, and what you do to those can just pretty much determine. And you've heard bad set of tires. Bad set of tires really means that you didn't drive it right, because you know, the next time I get a set of tires, I got to do something different to fix it. Because you know, you got the way you apply pressure on these tires is how you will maintain them for the long run, and you got to really keep them cool. I was trying to do that tonight, but it just got racy too quick.
Yeah, that's what I tell teammates and people I'm trying to help out. Like, if you knock the shiny off, you're not getting it back. And you nailed it. Those first 8 laps or so, those are crucial for the whole run. Oh, Milty, your mic got muted. I think he came unplugged. Anyway, Dave Simon's up high there with Bill Yarbrough looking underneath, makes the pad. I don't know how good Bill Yarbrough's car is. I think he's been in a couple of these wrecks. Meanwhile, young Will Farmer hanging tough there, 3rd place with a bent up back end of that car.
I can't help but wonder if the 52 isn't pushing it at all. I think he's going as fast as he needs to go to keep that lead, and if he needs to push it right now, I think he could. He's got about 10 to go, and he's pretty darn strong.
Well, let's see what lap times they're running here.
Competition skews your view of exactly what you think you're doing every time there's another run, and Rick Johnson has the ability to.
Oh, we got Farmer hard into the wall.
Just locks him up and goes around.
It looks like the green's still out.
Oh, not for long. Not for long.
Got too loose. Green stays out.
Oh, it's out. Yellow out.
Yellow is out. Yellow.
Well, this changes everything, ladies and gentlemen. What do you do now? You come in with 7 to go.
All right. How many cars are on the lead lap? That's the first thing you got to know.
13.
13
here we have,
cars.
We'll see what happened here with the 95 car.
The 31.
What? He
just got loose.
That's a total difficult decision here. With
the guy behind you won't
go,
do. The guy in front of you.
It's going to be 6 laps to go. Got to pit. Got to get 4 tires here. You do. You got to pit.
The guy that doesn't is going to be in trouble.
The guy that doesn't is going to be the leader, but he's going to get 8 up. The rest of them, there's too many guys on the lead lap.
They went too long.
If you don't do it, they're all going to pit and eat you alive. You got to pit.
This is the position I
Rick
just
Johnson,
hate to be in.
Yeah, absolutely, but Rick Johnson knows this. He's going to box here.
I've been in this situation before where you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. And
do you take 2?
No, you go for it.
You can't do 2 here. It would just throw you off, and the guy behind you eat you up just like he took none.
Gotta go.
How many laps did they have on these tires?
He's going in, everybody. The leaders are coming in. No, the 54 stays out.
54
somebody's going to stay out.
Yep, somebody will.
Stay out, but you don't want to be that guy that stays out. too many laps left.
Yeah,
Was he the only one? Was he the only lead lap car that stayed?
I think so.
Yes,
it
was,
looks
the
like
next
it.
car that was out was the 31, which was Brad Otto.
Yeah, that was what I was saying too. Oh,
contact! Rick Johnson.
Good job by both of them.
Isaac slides in, but contacts the front of the 52.
That shouldn't hurt anything. It shouldn't slow him down at all.
52.
Two tires for the 72. Two tires for the 02.
For the 02.
Possibly the 06 as well.
This is setting up to be a good 6 laps.
All
kinds of exciting things.
I still think the 52 is playing the odds, and 4 tires were what he was going for there.
I got away with this one time, and it was a broadcast race at Loudon in New Hampshire, and I got away with 2 tires. One time I got away
I once almost won the race. I was making the pass for the lead, and I got taken out by that leader on the last lap, but I accidentally took 2 tires at Pocono. It was accidental because I got too close to the wall, but it turned out to be the right call because me and the other car who took 2 tires, we got hooked up and we ran that leader back down. So it can work sometimes, even when you don't think it should.
I just see that Ryan Johnson did make the call to the drivers that all lappers must go one lap to go to the tail end of the field. And you see they're all going into pits now.
And
that's a rule here at FSB. If you're a lap down now, you let the leaders race. At this point, we have a restart 10 around the go.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I gotta get out of the way. Let these guys sort it out. The phrase checkers or wreckers,
guys, which is Rick Johnson.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he's got 4 cars in front of him.
Including Francis Goodman, who didn't. I don't think he took any tires.
Hey, Francis must have also stayed out. Okay.
Why not? What the heck?
Yeah,
right? He's pulled some interesting stuff like that. So we'll see. But these cars are gonna be so much.
How about that Bandit?
He's the part.
Alive.
Everybody out there has got to just run what they brung at this point, and the crew chief saying, "Bring me back a trophy or the steering wheel."
Yeah, absolutely. You got to go for it. That's why we're here.
Bill's counting on another caution.
I
would be.
Bill's got a little buffer here, and
yes, he does.
Bill can steal this one if some of these other cars who stayed out, took 2 tires, etc. don't get a good start.
Don't forget this back straight rule is also suspended at this point, so we're going to see some action in turn 1 and 2, and it might be the end of the race.
Yes, indeed.
It can happen nowadays.
Because we're going to take this restart with 5 to go.
Here, and he's got some room.
Now, these are deviations from the original rules of FSB, which we didn't allow that back in the day, or the Lucky Dog. But there's a couple things that we moved along, and so far they've worked out good. This one I've been skeptical of this restart, no back straight rule. We have a restart under 10 to go, and these guys go a little bit nuts in turn 1. But this is racing. This is what it's about. So we'll see what they do.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit different than when the league was so huge and less pro drivers. I think the skill level of the drivers are better, but stuff can still happen, but it provides more excitement and it gives guys a chance that they used to not be able to give a chance. So as an admin, as the owner, I understand how you feel, but as a fan, this is what we want to see. You know?
Well, the admins did.
Whether they wreck or not,
we did.
We want to see.
The admins are very, very. The admins, I don't know if you guys know, but admins pretty much decide what goes on here. And I've gone executive probably one time, and we try to let them go, let them make the decision because I don't know what.
Well, yeah, the people want what they want, and that's what a good leader does, and you're doing a great job. And now
pace car is in.
Now we got a race for the win here. Come on, Bill.
Bill Yarbrough, your leader on the left.
Restart.
Rick Johnson, your favorite on the right.
Tires here. He's stacking them up a little bit. He gets a start here.
A little loose. Gets into gear. There goes Isaac.
Yeah, Isaac looking low.
Sleeping, and he goes by them. want to see. He's going to gobble him up or not. Bill defends.
3 wide down the backstretch.
And
Francis is in the wall. Dave Simon's around.
This is going to be for the win, ladies and gentlemen.
This is for the win. Are they going to pull a Petty and...
Bill defends high. Gives him just enough.
Petty and Allison. Petty and Allison. Oh, no.
And it's Rick Johnson with the win.
Unbelievable.
Oh, my gosh.
There's the record. What a finish, ladies. Oh, my God.
That's what you want to see, folks.
That's the way to do it. I guess if you're going to do it good, do it good. What a finish.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
That's exciting.
Rick Johnson was banging back there when they were crashing behind, and he got around. But
Yeah, there's a whole lot to
hit.
unpack from this one lap here.
But
So
he still got hit, but then he kept it straight, and then they crashed in front of him.
here we go. Let's take a look at this last lap.
I mean,
Here we go. We got
you can live with it. What a show.
Isaac Johnson making the move through the dogleg. He gets by Bandit there on the 0-0. No problem.
Great job by him on that run, but it was awesome.
And then Francis catches the wall. Dave Simons catches Francis. They ricochet. Look at that. The back end of Dave Simons hits Rick Johnson, sends him sideways. He hangs onto it, never lifts out of the throttle. He sees this battle coming to the line, and I was calling it, they pulled a Petty and Allison there. They wreck coming across the line, but this time, unlike the 92 All-Star race, you got Rick Johnson there to take the lead, take the win. I mean, you still got to finish these last couple laps under caution, but
It
there's
looks
your
like
presumptive
Bill
winner.
Farmer will steal third place. I don't know how he did it.
Are
He's a
you
great job.
kidding me?
He somehow got past the 54, I guess, during the melee, and will take third place. It's just showing on the scoreboard. I'm not sure. I mean, Bill is staying behind him, so I'm guessing the scorers have made the decision on that. Wow, good job by Bill Farmer. He's been strong all night. I've been racing him, and what a fun guy to race tonight too.
You know, agony for some brings opportunity for others, and that's what we want to see. We want to see excitement. We don't want to just see cars crossing the line, that gets them.
Some got across there sideways.
Well, looks like Bill he stayed in it. And he hit Isaac spinning there.
Done, like I was calling it, I would have done the same thing. I would have defended. You gave him a lane. Just enough, but you got to defend a little bit,
I'm wondering if it didn't score Bill Farmer ahead because Billy Arborough was spinning down pit road.
Could be.
But Billy Arborough was definitely ahead.
No, it's on.
Well, as timing and scoring, it looks like it's going to keep the 0-6. They made the decision in third place. Well, good job for Bill because he was really strong tonight. What a fun race! I was behind him all night. I was like, I can't get by this guy. Awesome.
Bill Yarborough is definitely strong all the time, and Bill Farmer runs a great, smart race and gets himself on the podium.
I think he has a new wheel. I'm not mistaken. He's got a brand new wheel, and he's got great ECCI.
If they, still got to make it to start finish line under caution here.
Yeah, we got one more lap of caution coming up. So I'm going to step aside one last time before we bring our podium up to the booth. I'll be right back.
Rick Johnson is just how many times, all the wins, and he does it every way you can do it. And he dominates, he formulates, he thinkulates, and sometimes he's not lucky, but tonight a little luck and a lot of skill. And one more lap here. 2 more laps. What a fantastic show.
Great job.
Of sportsmanship and great hard racing.
Nothing like this in the world.
No, it's not. I mean, it's not.
There is
Fantastic.
no NASCAR 2003 league out there that's even close to this. And there's very few leagues that are even close to this, especially with there's no league out there that's got Milty and Sean. I'm going to promise you that.
That is for sure, and there we have it.
No doubt.
All right, this is lap 140.
Yep. Looks like
There we go. Last
Isaac
lap.
Johnson beat up, fighting all night, duking it out. These guys are having adrenaline. It's got to be pumping, and the fun level is at critical because they respect each other, they race hard, and they want this.
Did we mention adrenaline? No, not in this thing. Not sitting in a chair behind a steering wheel, behind a computer screen. No, that adrenaline ain't there. Is it really?
My foot shakes.
Oh man, I love it.
Every time I get into
every minute of it.
Them car,
The sound, the feel. The only thing I need to do is get some tire rubber incense, and I'm in there. Some Cam 2, burnt Cam 2, gasoline, airplane fuel, and some tire smell, and I'll be right there, boy.
Hey, there you have the aforementioned 72 car. That thing is used up. That's a crushed soda can right there. Mountain Dew.
John the Dog Palmer P5 from the depths of hell. Are you shitting me?
From lightning strike to fifth place.
Computer down and lap
Yep.
down and lead lap. You gotta be kidding me, man. Dog, get some. P5 in that AMC. Yeah, comment. I can't remember the name of it. He's gonna text
Matador?
me. No, it's
Isn't he in a Matador? I thought it was an AMC Matador.
No, it's a special.
Oh, it's okay. It was the Sporty Matador.
Yeah.
They gave it a different name. Is it a Javelin?
The Javelin.
No, it's man, yeah. He's gonna be pissed. He's gonna be texting me, I'm sure. Because I forget. What a fantastic.
Well, he ain't driving no Yugo, that's for sure.
Get some.
I was behind Milty the other day. I was behind a guy at the auto parts store, and he said gas cap for a Yugo, and I said, "Oh, that sounds like a fair trade."
Although Rick Johnson's actually gonna give us a bit of a smoke show here, which is out of character.
Yes, it is.
For Rick.
I think I got a little.
You think he's pumped up?
I got a little tight message whisper from him. He's excited. He's pumped.
Well, yeah.
Good for him.
Great racer.
And you know what?
Great
A
friend,
couple weeks ago, I declared the broadcaster jinx broken, and I stand by that as I picked the 52, and there he is, putting on the smoke show on the front stretch. Your winner tonight, my pick, the 52 Rick Johnson. Broadcaster jinx, down the toilet.
There it is. Pick me next week. Damn it.
No, that'll just get the jinx started all over again, dude.
I'm the one that started today.
All right, if Milty, if you could go gather up our podium finishers for us here. Well, we'll try and do a little rundown.
I'll try to see where we are next week.
Next week's Talladega, I do believe.
There you go. That'll be an interesting show. Interesting broadcast. Always is. 30 cars out there.
Yeah, so Rick Johnson, as noted, is your winner in the 52 cars. Isaac Johnson brings home the just beat the heck Mountain Dew 72 car, second spot. Bill Farmer, out of nowhere, P3. Billy Arbo wrecking across the line with Isaac Johnson there. Brings it home fourth after being strong all night. John the Dog Palmer also, where did he come from? Fifth place in the 108 car. Lightning strikes twice for the dog. And Ryan Johnson, man, he was a bit of a punching bag out there tonight, but he finishes sixth spot in the 59 car. Rick Bisconner in the 109. Steve Weber, Ed Finley, who was also up front a good part of the night. Then Chet Barkin rounds out your top 10.
Good job.
In the 68 car, which was also on the receiving end of quite a few mishaps.
The Ayatollah of rock and roll.
The Ayatollah of rock and roll. A big Gibson guitar fan there. I know he runs that in the Super Speedway series. I assume that's what he plays. Brings the 68 car, the Petty 200th win paint job there. Top 10. And yeah, I can't even tell you which cars were undamaged out there. I think Rick Johnson might have actually finally caught some there at the end when he got clipped by the O2 car.
Well, I'm just flabbergasted. I'm trying to get my bearings after, hitting the little greenhouse there.
Well, let's see if we'll grab some podium.
Absolutely. Yes. Milty, go grab our top 3 finishers there if you could.
Got it.
I'm going to help.
Alrighty. And while Sam and Milt go gather up our podium finishers there, we'll take a look at the points. I think they're already updated. Because, yeah, Ken Hansen just had a terrible night. Not what he needed. Fallen 32 points back of our second place finisher tonight, Isaac Johnson. Rick Visconner holding tight there in third spot, 40 points back. Billy Arro picks up 2 spots with that strong run tonight. And Rick Castle falls down to a tie for 5th with Ryan Johnson. The latter actually picking up 2 spots to move into that tie. John the Dog Palmer picks up 4 despite missing a week there. Will Farmer, and John Doucette rounding out your top 10 points as we are just a third of the way into this season here. And we got our podium finishers here. And first and foremost, series sponsor. Thanks for putting up the hardware, by the way, Bill. If in case I forget to say that later. But, Bill, where did you come from?
Well, you dodge a lot of wrecks, and there you are.
Well, you didn't dodge the first wreck, the one that didn't bring out the caution.
Yeah, that was really bad. I did about a 50-foot jump there, man, and I really messed up my car.
Yeah, I was going to say, you did a Mary Lou Retton at the start of the race, and I thought you were done right there on the spot.
Yeah, well, so did I. I patched it up, and they banged on my car for at least 35 seconds, and then it was okay in the draft, but when I was out by myself, I couldn't keep up. So I was just fortunate that the yellows came when they did, and the incidents here and there or whatever, and it kept me up in the lead area, and I was able to dodge a few at the very end there and come up with a 3rd place. I'm pretty lucky about that.
So did you take 4 tires that last stop, Bill?
No, I took 2.
Okay, yeah,
that's what we thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that would get me up, up in the top, and I knew that if I could just run a few laps and stay with the lead guys that weren't so damaged, that I could have at least a decent finish.
Oh, way to persevere. Bring home a battered car. P3, great job, Bill. And speaking of battered cars, I don't think there's any sides left to fix on that 72 machine there, Isaac.
I don't know how you even drove that thing,
You were in at least 2 or 3 there, especially right there at the finish. As you and Yarborough were coming to the line, I shouted out Petty and Allison, and sure enough, there it went.
That was
man.
the greatest thing I think I've ever seen.
Tell us about your run there, man. You were strong all night. How bad was the car there at the finish? And I know you were on 2 tires.
Yeah, so at the beginning of the race, pretty fast. Just trying to mind my P's and Q's, and then whenever I got involved in that little wreck there coming out of 4, I believe we were coming back to a yellow. I got a little bit of right side damage, and that kind of made my car a little bit tighter. But it wasn't too bad. I was just kind of waiting until about 5 to go. Whenever I was following Rick there, coming until the yellow came out, and I took 2. I didn't think staying out was the best move. I kind of wish I did now. If I would have known we were gonna get a yellow that fast. But man, coming down the back stretch, I thought, man, if I don't try something and try and go to the high line on Bill, or go low, he didn't really give me much low. I was gonna be
Yeah,
kicking myself
he
for
was
not.
defending you, definitely.
You had to try
Yeah,
something,
and
and you almost stuck it too.
yeah, I mean, I think
That's the way
the
it's
only
got
reason
to
I
be.
got
You
into
know?
them was because I had a little bit too much wheel into it, trying to make sure I didn't hit the wall coming off the corner. I just went down into him. That was all my fault.
Yeah, that'll hook when
Yeah.
you suddenly catch as the banking drops off. Still,
But
Yeah.
that's the way you want to finish a race, though. I mean,
yeah,
Yeah.
it was time to send it, and you sent it.
Yeah, and that's time to go. I mean, so that was good, hard racing, and
Yeah.
this is a fantastic show.
I
Man.
mean, I still feel bad about getting into them. I mean, that's not what I wanted to do.
No, of course.
But I mean, we're coming down to what's going to be the race. I mean, I had to at least give my best shot at it. It just took coming off the corner.
My question was, when we seen you get 2 tires and Rick get 4, I was like, Rick's in the catbird seat. I know this guy, man. I've raced. It was my teammate.
I really wasn't that concerned.
And it wasn't like that, you know. I mean,
no, I
wasn't like that at all. But then he did an AJ Foyt and came through the smoke. And,
Yeah, speaking of that move there, Rick Johnson, strong all night. I think your car damaged at all until the very end there, and then did you lift when you got tagged in the rear end? Because it looked like you just stood in it and came charging to the pit.
I think there was
the back end of the O2 caught you at least.
Yeah, he might have scraped a little bit of paint off there, but no, I just kept it floored and kind of dirt tracked it there.
Yeah, that was amazing. You know, just saved
that
it.
was like
Came into turn 3 low.
coming through Indy in like 65 or whatever, where cars were crashing, no smoke, and all of a sudden here he comes out. It's AJ Foyt.
Yeah, I was kind of kicking myself there because I forgot about the waving the no pass to the backstretch rule there, or I would have passed them all before we even got to the backstretch, but.
That's kind of what I was expecting to see.
Okay,
you did have the 4 tires, buddy.
Yeah, you had the four Mr. Feelgoods there, and the seas parted. You came back from. I thought you were toast when you got separated on that one green flag pit stop there. Just staying out that extra lap had you separated, but the cautions fell right. Stuck with your game plan, kept the car in one piece, and once again validated that the broadcaster jinx is no more, as I picked you and I did not jinx you.
Because he got you before I could.
Exactly, I got you before Jim Ray could. I beat Jim Ray to the punch. He's usually calling 52 before the broadcast even starts. Like, you're not even there and he's saying, go 52.
Yeah, it was crazy. Got started up front and third, then fell back to 10th and 11th, and me and Isaac got together in the pits. The next thing I know, we pit again, and I'm up to 4th, then come out of the pits, I'm in 10th. I'm like, what the heck?
I don't even know what happened there in the pit.
Fantastic.
I was just getting ready to come out, and then boom. I think I braked because I saw the 6 coming into his pits, and then whenever I braked, you kind of got in my butt. And
Just going to follow you out of the pits, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, what's happening? It was just a crazy thing there.
Well, it was a crazy night, all around the track. A lot of torn up cars, a lot of tight racing, green flag stops, a wild finish. It was a great night at Charlotte. So thanks everybody for coming out and making the show. Thanks for everybody joining us out there in YouTube and Twitch land. I don't know what was wrong with Facebook tonight. I'll have to figure that out next time.
Or a replay again, because this was a fantastic race.
Yeah, thanks to the boss, Sam Young, stepping in, and Slim Jim, Ed Fowler, Will Farmer. You guys all stopped in and Dan Jones, of course, giving us some in-race views there. Thanks for stopping in. And, of course, our podium finishers here, Bill Farmer, Rick Johnson, and Isaac Johnson. And, of course, thanks again to Bill Farmer for putting up the hardware. And
no problem, guys.
Thanks, buddy.
For everybody here at FSB